What's up, Team Jellyfish? All right, I was having a discussion with my mom. She's been playing a lot. She's back into it, and a couple of beginner, low, intermediate friends. We were talking about bar chords. So look at this chart I just threw up. C major bar, G major bar. And let's do a little theory while we're at it. So we got the root in red, third in blue, and the fifth in black. So, and I just showed him too, there's a triad that lives in there. And that's a 3-note chord, right? Very important. Those are all over this channel. But back to what we're talking about. So I said, okay guys, play a bar chord. And then some of them are like, I can't even play the bar chord. It's so hard to get the bar. And I'm playing acoustic, that's even harder to play. And I said, okay, well, if you're gonna play like a C major bar chord like this one on the screen, do you feel as though you have to get every single note to sound out or you failed? And they said, yes, all of them. They're like, yeah, you have to get every note. And I said, well, no. What's most important is what? Musicality, being musical, and rhythm, right? So I said, let's do this. And I want you to try this. This is just a great exercise. No matter your skill level, this is the way you just keep those rhythm chops tight. So I said, go ahead and fret like your C major bar chord like that. Take your pick, your fingers. I'm gonna go with the pick today. Here's the new guitar, by the way. More to come on that later. We're gonna just strum and keep a steady rhythm. So let's just do any rhythm you want. So I'm just gonna go like this. Okay? Now what I'm gonna do, somewhere in that rhythm, I'm gonna push down on the fretboard and I'm gonna get some of the strings to sound out, but not all of them are gonna sound out. Because everything is context, right? If you're in a full band with a very dense mix, you might wanna play the high end part of the chord, which is the G, B, and high E string. See that? If you're by yourself, like let's say you're on an acoustic, depending where you are in the little track or song you're playing, you might want to emphasize some of the low ends, so you're going to hit more of those top strings. Okay? Now you might want to hit them all, but if you can't, it's okay. You don't beat yourself up over it. You got to understand, guitar is very hard. I like it that it's hard, don't you? Because if you see a guitar player who's flowing and they sound good to you, you know they've put in blood, sweat, and tears to get to that level. And we'll never know it all. We're all in different paths on our journey. So let's do this. Let's go from the C to the G. Let's just strum it and get a steady rhythm hand going. Buttery smooth rhythm, watch. I'm not even playing any notes yet, am I? Now, I want you to try this if you want to try a little more advanced technique. These videos are all over the channel. I need to get those organized into a playlist, which I will do. But see if you can get that triad shape, because here's what happens when you stop trying to play every single note. You guys tell me in the comments if this is true. I think this is true. When you stop focusing on that, indirectly, you know what happens? You go into this whole new realm. One of the most important things is muting, right? Muting the strings, whether it's with this hand, down here by the bridge, or mostly your fret hand, meaning muting, like muted strings, right? You're not playing any notes. You can even do that. Strum a rhythm, see if you can hit just the top, the low end part, then in the mid-range, the middle set strings, and then the high end part, or the higher strings. So watch this. And try different pressures. You know, when you see someone squeezing the life out of the neck, they're not gonna have flow when they're playing at all. You're tensing up, your body's not gonna flow in this beautiful, like, rhythmic thing. You need to feel it. That's why you see me all the time go, so don't beat yourself up. If you can't get everything to sound out, it's okay. Now back to this, if you can, the muting part, wrap your thumb over, and on the chart right here, you see I put a yellow oval around the triad, the root, third, fifth, boop, 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 and see if you can just get that, but without playing these. Now this is a more advanced technique, but just give it a shot. So. In the end, you are making music, all right? So if you can't get every note to sound out in the chord, just forget about it. Just try and get part of the chord to sound out. And then you know what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna have all these aha moments as you move forward. You're gonna see all the players you love and admire and look up to. You're gonna start seeing the shapes. Oh, that guy's just playing a piece of that bar chord. He's just playing the triad. You're gonna see this diagonal shape, 1, 3, 5, root, third, fifth. You're gonna see him moving that around. It's all gonna start coming together. That's what connecting the dots is, all right? So what I want you to do today if you're a total beginner, just take one bar chord, just take the C like on this chart right here, and just see if you can get a rhythmic flow going, and then every now and then put your hand down without dropping the beat. So you know, I'm literally right there just pushing my middle finger down and hitting the third and almost just that note sounding. Watch. And I'm strumming all the strings. And go to the G. So that's pretty much it. That, for sure, is something that every beginner struggles with, because 99% of guitar teachers, including mine, they teach us all the open chords. We get to the F. They don't show us the F major triad. They show us the bar chord. And then our whole world starts going woo, woo, woo. We get all like, we get into our own heads and we overthink things. So take a bar chord, take any chord, see if you can just practice getting a really good rhythmic flow going. If you can, just do downstrokes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that is what you basically need to do every day to connect the dots in music. It's all right here. I know it's a mystery, but I'm going to keep unlocking it for you. So the whole goal of this channel, just to wrap this up, is to show you everything that nobody showed me, because what am I doing this for? So my whole goal is just to help you fall in love with this instrument, the guitar, or music in general, and apply it however you want. But remember, musicality, create your own musicality, your own musical identity, all right? So if you made it this far, drop jellyfish in the comments, drop your favorite sea creature in the comments. Oh, and let me know too, I think I'm gonna start doing Team Jellyfish merch. Let me know what you think of that. I think it's time. Nobody buys my other merch. I think the models for that merch line are terrible. But hit the like button if you're new, subscribe. I know it is true, if you look at the stats, most of the viewers, which we have a lot in here, are not subscribed. But if you're gonna come back, just become part of Team Jellyfish. All right, remember what I say, only you can stop you. You're not gonna stop, you're gonna keep going. See you in the next video. Later.